It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Oh, let's review.
We'll analyze the scene.
Sounds holly and jolly to me.
Before it's over, let's begin.
Bum.
Bum.
Yeah, season's greetings. One last time, fellow armchair Imagineers. Tiki here.
And BlueDragonFive.
And since the Christmas season is upon us, we thought the way to celebrate would be with some holiday reviews.
12 to be exact. Decoratively divided into 4 categories for your Yuletide pleasure.
So, without further ado, silver up those bells, light the multicolored lights, and go out and build a snowman to join us as we get into our final seasonal shenanigans. What's up, BlueDragonFive? What are we talking about tonight?
Well, our final category today, folks, is a special one, and it's going to be a beat-by-beat one because it's a special, literally.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a special of a special. By all means, we saved the best for last. You know, we saved the Red Ryder shotgun in the corner for this one. And just
I would dare to say this isn't a special. This is capital T, the special. Right, I would just dare to say that.
So just to get us to the title, let me just jog everyone's memory with this. And feel free to join me in this, Dickie. Christmas time is here. Joyfulness and cheer.
I don't have a singing voice. My voice is all scratchy. You can't put me on the spot for singing. I'm sorry. Take a sip of my Christmas tea.
What are we talking about today, Dickie? What is the piece de resistance? What is the special?
The special is...
Emmett from the Lego Movie. No, we're kidding.
A Charlie Brown Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time.
Oh, that's
like I said, I think this and How the Grinch Stole Christmas are like the two big ones.
And Frosty.
Else, no, I'm not even going to put Frosty in that category. I think Frosty's a step below those two. My personal opinion. I think those two are the ultimate Christmas classics. And the Grinch, we're probably going to say, well, we'll definitely save for next year. But for right now, this is the big iconic one that we want to tackle, that we want to celebrate, that we want to go beat by beat, what by, dissect everything about it, talk about the weird animation flubs in some point, because there's certainly some in here, and just overall pay homage to this iconic special. So let's have some background, BlueDragonFive.
Sure. Let me walk you through the grand story behind this monumental special. Okay, so Peanuts at this point, really popular comic strip done by the wonderful and great Charles Schulz. And in terms of animation, Peanuts had not really stepped into the medium of animation at this point, aside from a few black and white Chevy car commercials. I believe it's Chevy.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know there were commercials.
Yeah, there were these old black and white car commercials with the Peanuts, mainly Linus and Lucy.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. Okay.
Linus and Lucy were kind of the biggies that come in terms of the media with the Peanuts at first.
Sure, yeah. It's kind of funny when you consider, like, right now, I think the Peanuts is primarily, like, above anything else, Snoopy.
Yeah, of course, it's oodles of Snoopy.
Oh yeah.
Snoopy
Camp Snoopy at every Cedar Fair park in America.
It's Snoopy and Charlie Brown. Speaking of Charlie Brown, the only thing the Peanuts really had going for it was it's not even so much a movie, more of a documentary. I believe, I haven't watched it myself from what I hear, it's called A Boy Named Charlie Brown. I assume it has maybe a bit of animation here and there with them in it.
Mm-hmm.
But really, it's more so of like it's a retrospective about the comic strip. That's mainly what it's about. So it's more of a documentary, if anything. Anyway, so that's what we have in terms of the Peanuts at this point in terms of animation. So here's the story. So Coca-Cola, the Coca-Cola Company.
Oh, the same people that invented Santa Claus.
Pretty much. So the Coca-Cola Company. They contact CBS. I believe it's CBS. They contact whatever company the Peanuts rights lie under. And I'm pretty sure it's CBS.
Mm-hmm.
They contact CBS.
Oh, it's CBS. Yeah, definitely, because it's Paramount. Yeah.
Yeah. So they contact Lee Mendelson. Lee Mendelson. He's the producer of the Peanuts, pretty much. huge player in the Peanuts animation legacy.
Okay.
So they contact Lee Mendelsohn. They ask him if I'm sure he's overseeing a bunch of other animated projects too. Pretty much asking him, hey, do you have any do you have any Christmas specials on hand that we could use to get some promotion that we could sponsor? That we could sponsor for the holidays, put it on TV and put the Coca-Cola banner with the commercials and stuff, get a whole bunch of sponsorship money. And he says, oh yeah, sure. But pretty much he's lying. And he's lying and says, oh yeah, sure we do. And he's expecting and he's expecting like a few weeks to work on this, a few weeks to develop an idea for this. And then he finds out that he needs it by next week, Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if it's a whole week. It might be just a few days, actually. Just basically, the bomb's dropped on, and you have till Monday. So he's lying, saying, yes, we do have an idea for it, because, of course, it's a huge paycheck if they say yes.
Of course.
So pretty much he's up a creek with that paddle, so he contacts Charles Schultz, and he says, well, that I believe they've debated upon like bringing the Peanuts into animation before this. And he pretty much says, hey, Charles, so yeah, we're working on Charlie Brown Christmas. Wait, what's that? I don't know, but we're going to make it. Pretty much saying, yeah, we're making it. We don't know what it is yet, but we're making it. So he contacts Charles Schultz, tells we're doing the Peanuts Christmas special. So the big three in the room, you got Lee Mendelsohn, you got Charles Schultz, and you got Bill Melendez. Bill Melendez, huge animator, animation director with Peanuts.
And also like an extremely talented voice actor.
Oh, sure. Yeah, he's the voice.
He's not really your typical voice actor. He's one of those voice actors that does animal voices. But I think the work he does is just so impressive.
Yeah, remember, it was more so incidental how he did Snoopy. It was perfect. Don't get me wrong, but he kind of incidental. He just did the voices like scratch, like a lot of voices in animation are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Started out as scratch and just stuck really well.
Sure.
Anyway, so Bill Melendez, Charles Schultz, and Lee Mendelsohn, they're in a room pretty much figuring out an idea by Monday. And I want to say they do this all in one day. It was a Thursday. I want to say they figured it all out in one day, then pretty much pitched it to the network, and the day after they gave them the okay. So, I mean, they get the okay from the Coca-Cola company, and I guess CBS also. And here's the issue, though. They only have six. They're faced with impossible odds working on this. So they only have 6 months to do this, and back then with the cell hand-drawn animation, that's
big time. Anyone who's watched a documentary about the old-time Disney animation studios, yeah.
Oh yeah, so only 6 months to do. Yeah, it's a short special, but still 6 months is not a lot of time. It's an impossible task. Anyway, so basically 6 months to do really the first ever Peanuts TV special.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much truly bring the Peanuts to animation for the first time. Truly. I mean, yeah, before it was just more so commercials. But
Right.
These are really bringing the strips to life for the first time.
Oh, yeah, big time.
So, Schultz pretty much, in that spirit, Charles Schultz, he laid out the storyboards pretty much exactly like strips from the comics.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
In his storyboarding. Then they get Vince Guaraldi to do the score, and that really influenced the special. So yeah, you and I, we kind of got this wrong. We just assumed, and we made that clear when we said it. So apparently, Linus and Lucy was developed here. So
yeah.
instead of it just, however, to be fair, just so we didn't completely lose this battle. So Linus and Lucy, we assumed was because the Halloween special started with Linus and Lucy. However, the first car commercial had Linus and Lucy in it, so maybe that was a little bit of influence.
Okay, sure. Wait,
Anyways,
the first car commercial, I was saying it didn't have the music, right?
No, I'm just saying it had the characters. Yeah, characters, Linus and Lucy.
That gets confusing when you're talking about the piece of music and the characters.
Yeah. So, I mean, Guaraldi, he's a huge fan of the Peanuts comic strip. That's the reason he did it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he basically came up with the score, the Linus and Lucy theme, and that really, that worked its way in the special on Christmas time, and, the whole ball of wax, and really the great score that accompanies that piece, and the Peanut specials to come later. So the other big thing done with this special while they're working on it, they get real kids to do the voices of the Peanuts characters, which was a gutsy move back then. Having them be your leads, not just your background, because usually it would be kind of a trope that was used in the '90s a lot, of having full grown voice actors do the voice of children.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it was a gutsy move, and they had like varying ages. Like Sally's like a 5 or 6 year old girl doing the voice, and like it's kind of like Boo from Monsters Inc. and and Russell from Up. Pretty much you kind of have to corral
Also,
them into saying the lines, you know?
also very recently, one of my personal favorites. Very recently, I know you haven't watched this yet, but oh shoot, what's that kid's name? Greg from Over the Garden Wall. Also another true kid working alongside Elijah Wood. So yeah, I kind of feel like when they go that way, like you're right, it's absolutely a risk. But I kind of feel like a lot of the times it adds so much to the character.
Oh yeah, big time. But, so it's just putting him in the lead roles. You got to corral the younger ones a bit. The older ones they took direction well, and they pointed out. Took direction well, gave him some good line reads, and sometimes voice work a little. You would tell like when Sally's giving some lines a little shaky because they've been crowding around the room all to get her to sit in front of the mic to do the lines.
Right.
Yeah. Like let's see. Also, so they do all the work on the special. 6 months, do an impossible task. They turn in something. And pretty much in the fashion of Charlie Brown, the guys who worked on the special, they're very neurotic over it, saying, "Oh man, we killed it," pretty much in a bad way, like the tree. They think they killed it. They fear, oh my god, we ruined Charles Schultz's comic. Oh my god,
Oh,
that's what they're thinking. And then what makes it worse is they take it to the network. Network hated it. The network thought
really?
the network thinks it's too slow. I mean, no one's going to sit down for this. This is boring. However, they figure, okay, well, we signed the deal, Coca-Cola, they get their thing, so we're gonna make money. So okay, we'll see how it goes.
The whole thing. I mean, I could kind of see where CBS is coming from, to tell you the truth, because the whole thing is all about. It's literally all about depression at Christmas.
Certainly, so don't get me wrong, it's a gutsy special, but it pays off big time. What really makes it pay off is so they put it on there, and to the creator's surprise, people went nuts for it. Everyone tuned. It was like one of the most highly tuned in specials of the time. People tuning all over. I mean, they went over well, very well. It won an Emmy. It won a Peabody Award. Again, basically instantly it kind of gets signed on to do tons of other specials in series and whatnot. So the gamble paid off, and it's Peanuts history from that point forward. The Peanuts special, truly, and then it kind of just turned to a whole rolling bowl of snow. It's wonderful.
Oh yeah. I also feel like this is very much so the most. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's certainly other specials in the line of Peanuts that are classic, iconic. Like, of course, I guess most notably, Great Pumpkin. But this is the one that just feels the most pure to the comics. It's the one that, like, it's funny that you mentioned Schultz storyboarding it out like exactly like the comics, because I can totally see that. It's like everything about this feels directly lifted from the strips. Like, oh, I'm sorry, go.
Just interestingly enough, quickly comparing Christmas and Great Pumpkin, just in terms of the style of the comics, I noticed that in this special, again, this is because they're getting really just dipping a toe in the water, if you will, of animation for the Peanuts. Yeah, the storyboards may be really comic influence. However, like you can feel the comics influence on it. Mm-hmm. However, it looks more directly. Just now they're starting to get used to it. It looks more directly brought about in Great Pumpkin. It looks like it directly leaped from the page for Great Pumpkin. Here, you get a sense of the bits are from the comic, but it feels more like it's its own piece for Christmas.
I mean, it's kind of funny because I kind of feel the opposite way about it. I kind of feel like the Great Pumpkin, it kind of takes on sort of like a grander style that's kind of like, it's definitely in the spirit of the comics, but I feel like it's also, like, I feel like the rough kind of quality of this is kind of more in line with the style that the comics presents. And I feel like the more polished feel of Great Pumpkin, while definitely being iconic, it just doesn't have that sort of like rough around the edges feel that this would have. And I feel like, like I said, like a lot of the comic is about being rough around the edges. And
well, that's the thing. Last thing I'll say on this, it feels like, don't get me wrong. I mean, you're right. It feels this special feels inspired by it, but it doesn't feel like directly brought from the comics as the next one does. Because Great Pumpkin literally looks like it's bits of it are like framed exactly like the strips brought to life. This one's its own story, but definitely inspired from it. Like, you get a read like of scenes that will unfold in the strip. But next, Great Pumpkin is just like literally when he's writing the letters to the Great Pumpkin, when Snoopy's on the
Okay, yeah, I guess I see.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
I
I
guess
can visually, I can just
sure.
picture that like a little box as a panel.
Uh-huh.
More so than
Right,
this. This
right.
is more like
Okay.
it's in the spirit of the comics. The next one is literally the comics brought to screen.
Fair enough, fair enough. All right.
Anyway, that's all.
And of
So I
course,
guess
this
we.
is not Great Pumpkin. Of course, was not the next one. There's a couple
Well,
in
I
between.
mean,
We already talked
well,
about that.
next
But
holiday special, I should
holiday
say.
special, sure, sure, definitely. Okay, so
Well,
anyways, is
actually, I
that
thought. Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah, it's good.
no, yeah. So is that all we have for background?
Oh, yeah, that's a little story. Just pretty much, the having everything against them, it paid off big time in the end.
Alrighty, so with that in mind, want to go jump right into our recap?
Sure, sure. So we start with Christmas time is here. We see, we see Charlie Brown heading out. We see the gang all skating on the ice. Charlie Brown he's making his way. We see, Linus and Charlie Brown kind of leaving the house, and we see some reused animation that's going to be used later on of them walking around the sets.
Right, yeah.
And we get a brief yet classic. This is probably one of the most iconic scenes for the entire special. We even saw this in Fred Claus to tie all of our shows into this one.
Oh God.
At least most of our
Freaking
shows. Yeah. It's Fred Claus, America's Fred Claus. He's watching this scene, pretty much them a classic wall scene of Charlie Brown literally saying, he's depressed around Christmas time.
I think it's so bold how they just go right out and say it, like right at the top of the special.
And I love that just the way Charlie Brown describes it, of just saying, he's really just being really direct with lines, just saying, Linus, it's not that I don't. I like the stuff around Christmas time. I just can't get into the spirit. I don't feel it. I don't feel the holiday spirit. I like getting the gifts and stuff, but what's it all about?
Sure.
I just feel empty inside. I just feel depressed. And Lucy's right. Of all the Charlie Browns in the world, you're the Charlie Brownies. Only you could find a way to be depressed around Christmas time.
It's kind of funny because now, knowing what we know about mental illness and whatnot and depression, I kind of feel like Christmas time is actually a very common time for people to be depressed. But
yeah, this is the first time it was really shown in animation, that sort of thing.
Well, yeah, and I also want to point out, at the time during the 1960s, mental illness was really like a taboo subject. You know what I mean? Like you could literally be thrown in an asylum, yeah, oh my God, I'm sorry, in an asylum for just for having clinical depression. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
It was super taboo at the time. Like it was almost kind of like on the same level of how like homosexuality was taboo at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the way they skirt around it is Charlie Brown is just neurotic and he's a worrywart. That's the way they kind of skirt around, but with the stuff underneath it all, of course.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely. I kind of like how this book ends, where it's like the first thing we see is the ice skating, and then we see the very kind of somber scene with Linus and Charlie Brown, and then we go right back to the ice skating again, and Snoopy's got that whole line of kids and everything.
Yeah, so I got an interesting little tidbit I found out about this scene.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so after of all the Charlie Browns in the world, you're the Charlie Brownies. Snoopy, he's skating around the ice, kind of causing some mischief. He's playing Crack the Whip, an old game I think you and I both remember from Hey Arnold.
Right.
So essentially, he's swinging the kids around the ice. Then basically grabs Linus by the blanket and he's swinging him and Charlie Brown around. Now this is interesting. Okay, so he throws Charlie Brown. This kind of visually just says everything about Charlie Brown's his whole block in the Peanuts universe. He gets kicked around by everybody, even his dog.
Oh yeah.
He gets thrown in. The way think about it, the way this special starts, he gets thrown into the tree. The snow falls on. Then it says a Charlie Brown Christmas.
Right.
Now
right.
there was a deleted scene in this scene.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you can find it on YouTube. I still have no idea how it originally fit in. I have a suspicion. I'll get into it in just a millisecond here. So the deleted scene is right after that. We have an extra credit that would have appeared right after that. The Coca-Cola. Linus. Okay, so Linus gets. No. Okay, so Charlie Brown gets thrown to the tree.
Which didn't taste good, like a cigarette should. Isn't that right, Gar? That's right, Fred.
Anyway, so you remember Charlie Brown gets thrown into the snowbank, right?
Mhm.
Okay, now Linus, remember, Snoopy still has a hold on Linus, so Linus gets thrown into a Coca-Cola sign.
Oh wow. Oh gee.
And
I'm glad that's not there.
yeah, so I mean, my assumption is, usually you can see it in black and white, but I presume that there's a color version of it. Maybe the very original broadcast that you and I weren't around for, it was there for, I presume.
Right. Interesting. Wow.
So
Huh.
apparently, that's the only one I could find out. But I hear maybe there are other bits where Coca-Cola was like seeded in there too. Like I know it's at the end during the credits in the original, the original
Okay.
broadcast, along with that.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So again, just a little interesting tidbit about Coca-Cola being the sponsor of the whole thing.
Sure.
Okay, so Charlie Brown, he's thrown into the thing. Charlie Brown Christmas. Okay, what's our next bit?
So next bit is Charlie Brown. He's going to his mailbox.
A classic Charles Schultz moment.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And
Hello in there.
it's like, oh sorry. It's
No one
things
sends
just aren't
Charlie
going.
Brown
No one sends Charlie Brown a
a Christmas card.
Christmas card. He goes up to Violet. He's like, "Hey, Violet, thanks for sending me a Christmas card." I didn't send you a Christmas card, Charlie Brown.
We rarely get sarcastic Charlie Brown. That's that's the perfect place to put him. Like that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Gee, it's like no one understands the meaning of sarcasm.
Please don't
I
you
like
know
how he
sarcasm when you hear it?
walks by Pigpen's dusty snowman.
I love that. Pigpen's awesome in this special.
Oh yeah. You want to build a dust man?
Anyway, also I love that Charlie Brown is kind of one of the big emphasizing moments of the special. Literally, he says, "What do we need? I know nobody likes me. Why do we need a holiday to emphasize that?"
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's like this is kind of like why I feel like this is the most pure to the comic special there is, because never is Charlie Brown more self-deprecating than he is here.
Yeah,
I really don't think so.
Yeah, it's like the first panel of the Peanuts ever of like, oh, there goes good old Charlie Brown. How I hate him.
Exactly, and never are the kids such assholes to him again.
Well, I still attest that Halloween's when he's worse. He's treated worse.
He's mostly treated terrible by the adults in that special, though, to be fair.
True, but I'm saying just in general by everybody too. Like he's being used as like a model. He's being said, oh, you were on the list of people not to invite. I'm saying they're pretty cruel to him in Halloween. Everyone kind of forgets that.
Good point. Good point.
Anyway.
Okay, so
So Snoopy's also, he goes by Snoopy. This is always like a childhood favorite of mine because it was so silly. The Snoopy's eating Snoopy's reading the paper on his doghouse, which was initially blue, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Guess he painted it for the holidays. So he's sitting on his doghouse and he's eating like a huge stack of bones while he's reading the paper, just so classy for a dog.
Oh yeah.
Charlie just walks by and doesn't pay any mind to it.
And then next we have a scene where stick your tongue out. It tastes like sugar. Eat the snowflakes.
That's okay. I wait for January snow.
Yeah.
Then they're kind of doing some kid stuff. Wow, the snow looks really good falling down in this scene too.
Oh yeah, I love the animation in general. I love kind of the hand painted feel of everything, and it almost kind of feels like a kid's painting in some scenes. There's definitely one moment in particular where it just feels straight out of something that a child would make in a really good way. But I'll get to that later.
Certainly, I think I know what you're talking about, but yeah.
Okay.
So pretty much they're basically playing a kind of classic, kind of old '50s kids game, if you will, of like you use a snowball, knock the can over.
Because this was back when kids actually, socially interacted with each other and not just like. In case you can't tell, I'm trying to imitate kids playing on smartphones.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry.
Get working your pantomime, fella.
God, I really fucking hope that smartphones aren't in the new Peanuts movie.
I highly doubt that, but we're not going to talk about that now.
Yeah, I really hope not. Oh God, I hope
Any,
not.
I'll
Oh,
bet you money they don't.
I
Anyway,
if they do, I'm gonna be so sad. I'm
I
going
might.
to be so sad. Okay,
Anyway,
anyways, I'm sorry.
anyway. Yeah, what was that? Oh yeah, so basically, Linus is he's using the blanket. This is one of the classic scenes in all of Peanuts them
Mhm.
of Linus putting the multi-use blanket to use for the first time. You know, he's using it to like slingshot snowballs at the can, knocks it off first try like an old west movie, if you will.
Yeah, right.
And then of course Lucy being it's a classic kid scene, pretty much saying, "You think you're so smart with that blanket? What are you gonna do with it when you grow up? Maybe I'll make it into a sports coat."
Yeah, Linus is really,
He's
really good in this
happy-go-lucky
special, of
in this.
course. I think it's interesting because, I've been kind of tracking as we kind of go through all these Peanuts Christmas specials. I kind of been tracking the relationship between Charlie Brown and Linus. This one, they're definitely the best of friends. I just think the Great Pumpkin is kind of that anomaly where they don't really get along.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyways, okay, so next we move into,
Okay,
oddly
so
enough, out of most of the classic specials, this is the only one that has this iconic scene in it.
yeah, yeah, I think you're right. I don't know if no Easter doesn't have a scene like
Easter
this.
doesn't have it, no.
I want to think, does Valentine's Day have a scene like this?
I don't know, it
I
could.
don't. Well, there's two Valentine's Day specials. I don't know if it's in one or not. But
Mhm.
anyway, so boys, I love the transition. This Charlie Brown, he's just getting all he joins in the snowball fight for a moment. Linus wins, and then pretty much he heads over to the the classic psychiatrist stand. It's just such a funny idea, by the way. Charles Schultz should get, well, he already has a medal for this, but he should get another medal for this. Just literally being the guy who's instead of giving a kid a lemonade stand, we give him a psychiatrist stand.
Right, right.
Anyway, so Schroeder, I love that. So Schroeder points out, looks like you have a customer. Now
Mhm.
you'll notice a bit of the animation flub. Snow just instantly stops when we get to this scene.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the snow instantly stops. So we basically when we head over, she just heads over to the side. Then the snow just stops on
Okay,
the
I
dime.
didn't notice that. There's another animation for this scene that I
I know,
noticed.
I know. Well, at least I know of another one. You there?
One. Uh, you want me to tell you what it is right now?
Well, no. Let me see if I got it.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, so the scene happens, and Lucy heads over there. And says before you get started, I'm gonna need you to deposit 5 cents. He does that, money, money, money.
Money,
Oh,
money, money.
that sweet sound of that nickel jingling around there.
Oh, it's also worth noting we kind of skipped over it, but Charlie Brown has this whole thing about commercialism, or I'm sorry, is that a?
I think we have to get him to
Oh
talk.
no, I'm sorry. It's with Sally. Okay, I'm sorry. Moving on. I'm sorry.
Anyway, so
Changing the
after
order.
the animation followed, the snow stopped, and now you'll notice Lucy she's inside her own table.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the flub you were talking about, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So basically, the bottom half of the character is not drawn outside of the table. It's like she's literally coming from inside the
It
table.
looks disturbing.
Well, again, 6 months. So you got to excuse him for some of the flubs. It
Of
looks pretty good
course, of
for six.
course.
It
Yeah.
looks pretty good for 6 months.
It's yeah.
I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it in 6 months.
Oh no, God no.
Yeah.
I
Anyway.
probably couldn't animate this one scene in 6 months.
Yeah. Couldn't animate a snowball fight.
Right. All right.
Anyway,
So
also a funny. I want you to read on this. Lucy, she flips the sign over when she's heading there while Charvin's waiting for her. She
mhm.
flips the sign from like out to reel in. So how do you interpret that? Do you interpret like it's kind of a jazzy like yeah she's real in, or do you interpret it as like I'm reeling one in?
um.
Like get it
Honestly, I
reeling
kind of
in.
interpret it as like a little kid, like instead of like the proper terminology would be really, but instead she just says real. That's how I interpreted it, but I don't know.
I
I
always
kind of
thought
like your idea of like kind of the bitnik lingo though, or the
yeah
beatnik lingo.
yeah that's what I think it is. I think it just says yeah she's real in.
she's real in, man.
Or it's like reeling, short for like I'm reeling in a new one.
Uh,
One of those.
uh,
Anyway.
okay, so she lists off. She instantly, like Charlie Brown, just starts really quickly just starts telling her how he's depressed at Christmas, and she just starts listing off a whole bunch of phobias.
Yeah, I can't remember all of them, but I just know last
I don't have the actual phobias written down, but I have there's fear of personality, fear of one's own personality, fear of cats, fear of staircases, and fear of walking over bridges.
and of course the best one for last, pantophobia, which is, you know what pantophobia is, don't you? The fear of everything. That's it. No, Lucy. But really, what it is I just don't get. I don't really get Christmas. I just feel. I don't know why, but I just keep feeling let down by it.
Oh yeah.
And pretty much she gives him. Now this scene right here. Just look in the context of the whole special. This is Lucy being really cruel to Charlie Brown. She's setting him up for failure right here. It's really psychologically cruel when you think, especially there, a psychiatrist stands even more on the nose cruel.
I mean, yeah, I get. Okay, I have directed. I didn't direct a play. I directed a segment of a play, and oh my god, I can tell you how fucking stressful it is.
Yeah, but think about it. She knows he's not going to be able to do this.
Oh yeah.
She has to know. So the point is, she asks him. Well, she tries to give him some Christmas spirit, and give him some meaning around the holidays. And Bernard says, "Oh, why don't you direct our Christmas play? Me? You want me to direct it? Sure." He says, "I'll help. I don't know how to direct one. Well, I'll help you." Of course, just so cruel how she's going to help him later on. We've even got we've got all this stuff. We've even got a Christmas queen.
Oh gosh.
Oh boy! Again, it's the stuff that's gonna. She's just screwing with him right now because she's inviting. First of all, just right off the bat, this is such a we assume it's such a last minute thing, right?
The play.
Yeah, because the way they sell the thing goes on tonight. That's the way it sounds to me. Like it's a
I can kind of tell you based on my experience. Making that work would be impossible. Impossible.
Well, that's the tongue-in-cheek gag for the whole special. They keep talking about this play, never comes to fruition at all. Not a scene rehearsed.
Exactly. Right.
But there's that. But also, I don't know. I get a sense that what do you think this is, like Christmas Eve or not Christmas Eve? But it's the point. It's a day close to Christmas.
I would hope it's not Christmas Eve because that would mean they're as unprepared as the boarders in Arnold's house.
I know. That's how I'm thinking. The whole thing is like, oh yeah, man, this is like such a last-minute play idea. None of them. Now I love the reason for it, though. I love the reason. We're going to get that later on, so we'll put a pin in that. But anyway, so speaking of that reason, just a little allusion to that. Lucy, in this moment, as they're kind of heading down there, or at least they're heading away from the stand, she mentions, I can kind of relate to how you're feeling, Charlie. I always feel let down on the holidays, too. I never get what I really want. I mean, the gifts are cool, but I never get what I really want. What is that? Real estate.
I love that line. That is my favorite line.
This is such a 70s, it's such a 70s Gene Hackman Lex Luthor line. Superman, I never get what I really want. What's that, Luthor? Real estate.
And what I love, it's just a quintessential, that would so go over any kid's head.
Yeah, that's so funny. She wants real estate.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, anyway, so again, continuing with our kind of our commercialism here.
Oh, yeah.
Snoopy, we go by Snoopy's doghouse, and one of the best lines. Snoopy's just ready building decorating out his whole doghouse with Christmas decorations, and the hand's like, well, what's going on here? So Snoopy obviously doesn't answer him. He just hands him a piece of paper. Says, when lights and display guys, when money. My own dog's gone commercial. Good grief.
Now, I just. Is it not incredibly ironic that they're already bitching about the commercialism of Christmas way back in the early 60s, and think about how much worse it's gotten?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Man, if Schultz knew about like Black Friday and shit like that back when he wrote this. Oh my god.
Oh, by the way, if at any point during this, which I know I've done, I just want to correct a mistake I just made in this video.
Yeah.
I meant I keep confusing the car commercial for the date for some reason. Yeah, this special is in '65. I want to make that clear. If I've said '50s at any point, but also it's kind of like the tossing the snowball at the can thing is also kind of a '50s trend too. So it's it's got some '50s elements in there.
Well, I mean, I kind of feel like the Peanuts in general definitely has a very '50s vibe to it.
Yeah, it is,
I
but
mean,
it's this one point it's mostly '60s though. It's not '50s. I'm just saying the car commercial. That's why I'm.
okay, sure, all right.
Sorry, it's a small thing. It was bugging me. Sorry.
No problem.
Anyway.
Okay, so next we have Sally comes up. Sally again, really great in this special.
Everywhere he turns, it's commercialism.
Oh yeah. So she asked Charlie Brown to write her to write a letter to Santa for her, and it starts out innocently enough.
And by the way, this is voiced by like a 5 or 6 year old girl, so presumably Charlie Brown's 8, she's like 5 or 6 during this, perhaps.
Okay. And, what does she want at first?
She I forget what her gifts are. I just remember what she says, like to make it easier on yourself. But to make it easier on you, actually, she doesn't list the gifts. She says, note the size, note the size, category, and color provided. But just to make it easy on yourself, if it's much easier, you can send tens and money, just like tens and 20s.
Tens and 20s.
My baby, even my baby sister. Good grief. No, actually, no. Just even my baby sister. What? I just want what I deserve. Again, I think it's the youngest we ever see Sally, especially because of the voice actors, perhaps.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, next we move on to the very.
She's so darn cute, though.
Well, especially in that one moment with Linus that we get to.
Okay, anyway, so speaking of Linus, so let's meet the rest of our gang here. So we're in the classic scene that's parodied like no tomorrow, dancing at the auditorium.
But I must say, the first time that we see them dancing, the Linus and Lucy theme isn't playing, and it's very, like, in a way, it's almost kind of off-putting. You know what I mean? Just seeing the Peanuts gang dancing without that music, it's just unnatural.
You sure they're not dancing to the theme in the first place? Because I know they dance to it later. I'm just trying to think.
I'm completely sure. Yeah.
There.
Okay, so yeah.
Also, you'll notice just the characters we're never going to see again. I just want to point them out here. We got the purple twins, I call them. Like literally the twins with bland features, so they have actually no character whatsoever.
They are like literally the exact same design.
Yes, they're what's called space fillers. They are they are literally just occupying the space. So it seems like there's more people in this thing that we're never going to address. There's the yellow shirt kid who I think makes an appearance in Halloween, so perhaps he appears.
Mm-hmm.
Yellow Shirt Kid is like a combination of Linus and Charlie Brown, pretty much.
What about the kid who,
There's Shermie. Shermie's fun, and Shermie actually has a bigger role in the comics, but they kind of forget about him in the animated specials.
Okay.
He appears now and again, but really rarely. I mean, Franklin probably appears more than him.
Oh God! Don't get
into No.
Okay. Not even bring that up.
Okay, so Shermie's in there anyway. So Lucy kind of preps him for the news of Charlie Brown directing the show. He says, "Okay, everybody, listen up. Okay, we got a director. Who's the director? Charlie Brown. Oh no! Oh,
we're doomed.
Yeah, he's awful. We're doomed." And then Charlie Brown walks in. They all give like a forced clap, and then we hear a boo, and boo, and then it's Snoopy. It's just this moment cracks me up. I feel so bad for Charlie. Snoopy's just antagonizing his master, booing him, and as he walks in, just Charlie Brown walks in, looks at the camera practically, and says, "Man's best friend."
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny.
Mm.
So what happens here? What's Charlie Brown saying when he gets there?
Okay, well, when he gets there, he just starts directing. He's the whole thing about this whole scene is that Charlie Brown is trying desperately to keep things on point. And of course, as you mentioned, not a single scene gets rehearsed, so he's
He's
not doing
wasting
a
his
very good
breath.
job.
So
Yeah.
pretty much, again, Trowan's trying to be. This is actually really look at what he's saying here. He's being by the book. He's being respectful. He's giving some actual advice here. He's saying, okay, well, here's some hand signals so you guys know what I'm getting at here. Cut the scene short. He's going a little long on that. However, he does. It's so funny. He says this because remember, the actors, the interest in the important thing about actors, the interest in the show and the interest in their director, and then pretty much as he's saying that they're completely distracted at this point, so it's completely no interest in him or the show whatsoever.
Oh yeah.
He's all right, all right. And Charlie Brown's all business, and he turns to script girl, hand out the scripts. Would you assign the parts?
Mm-hmm.
And as Lucy's doing, let's go through our characters here. So Pigpen, I think it's Frida gets the innkeeper's wife. Pigpen, Pigpen gets the innkeeper himself. Shermie's the shepherd. Why am I always the shepherd? Get it, Shermie shepherd. Funniest part, Snoopy gets all the animals. So you need to be all the animals in this play. Can you do a cow? Can you do a lamb?
I'm assuming this is Melendez doing the voices for all the animals. I'm assuming.
Presumably. Again, I'm not sure. I'm never really. I don't know a lot about Melendez, but I don't know. He never strikes me like a Frank Welker type guy. So I think it might be a little phoned in on him doing all of the. I assume he just like kind of how Walt Disney does Mickey Mouse, perhaps, but like a little less than that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fair enough.
Anyway, I don't know. I could be completely wrong. Anyway, I commend him for it, regardless. Yeah, so he's doing all the animals. Like, can you do a penguin? Says, oh, you can even do a penguin. Yeah, he was just messing around with her now, going jumping on her head, mocking her, saying, "Listen, all you have to take direct." He's literally mocking right behind her. And you'll notice in the animation, whenever a character's arm moves, this is kind of like the classic Scooby-Doo Blue's Clues style animation thing here, where the piece that's about to move is colored. It's painted because it's continually moving.
Right.
So like the arms are a little more pink on the characters when their arms are moving.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "I ought to slug you."
I've got dog germs. Grab some hot water. Get the disinfectant. Get the iodine.
Yeah. Snoopy just instantly kind of regretting it. Oh, I hate licking her now. She's annoying. So funny. One of the cutest bits in the whole special. Anyway,
I think that's one of the I definitely remember, like, I've gone on record before saying the one Charlie Brown special I owned as a kid was Easter Beagle, and I just remember during that one, like, there was a preview, before the Easter Beagle started, where they showed, like, oh, get your collection of Charlie Brown holiday specials, and they always use that clip of Lucy, get the disinfectant, get the iodine.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I know that commercial. Oh yeah, like it's all the parents and stuff.
It's just burned into my skull.
It's the one with like all the parents saying, "Yeah, we love the Peanuts," right?
I think so. God, it's been so long. I'm not.
It's such a sweet commercial too. Like the parents saying, "Oh yeah, we love the Peanuts," and the kids are like reacting to it and like they're laughing. It's adorable. Anyway,
I think you and me might be thinking something else, to tell you because I don't remember parents in it. But anyways.
Anyway. Okay, oh yeah, so then we're going to Linus and improvements. I love this. This is actually a great logic point rewatching this. Linus is being. It's funny. First of all, it's just funny right off the bat. Linus is neurotic about like I can't memorize all these lines, but really think about this. It's only one day. I can't memorize all these lines.
Why? Tell me one good reason why I should put myself through all the agony.
I'll give you 5 good reasons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are good reasons. Yeah, but it's like kind of a fourth wall meta gag in this is like pretty much doing things at the last minute, kind of reflecting to the special.
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Perhaps could be wrong. Anyway, pretty much Linus is now the shepherd, and like this is a shepherd who's going to have his trusty blanket handy. So you wouldn't have a shepherd, would you? As he makes the fashions the blanket quickly into a funny hat.
Mm-hmm.
Funny shepherd's hat. Okay, then. Okay, script girl. Let me handle the rest here. Pretty much Charlie Brown. I'm trying to think when Sally comes in here.
Oh yeah.
I think.
There's that one bit with Frida and Pigpen.
Oh yeah, that's before Sally. Sorry. Anyway, so after pretty much, you wouldn't be a shepherd, would you? Pretty much, Charlie Brown's instructing Schroeder. Okay, well, you can play the piano. You give us some mood music here, and Schroeder's like the instigator. I kind of have like a funny note here saying, "Dang it, Schroeder," because every time he keeps think of that, he's the instigator of all the distraction because he has to play the music,
right,
to start all the dance party.
And every time he starts, it's just like it's honestly kind of like one of the more playful that Schroeder gets.
Oh yeah, he's usually kind of more of a straight-laced guy.
Exactly.
Aside from when he's playing baseball, he's a really straight-laced guy on the piano.
Mm-hmm.
He's such an instigator. Anyways, I was stop it, knock it off. So, meanwhile, really funny scene between Pigpen and Freeze. Getting dust in my naturally curly hair. And pretty much like saying the issue is like she doesn't really respect Pigpen and why you have to be so dirty. He says, well, think of it. I love how Charlie Brown approaches it as a director. Really, really smart on Charlie Brown's part, by the way. Of him saying, well, look at it this way, Frida. I mean, think of that dirt as like soil from ancient like Babylonian. Who knows? Ancient Egyptians. And then Pigpen has this. Pigpen's so awesome. He says, makes you want to treat me a little more respect. It's like the Jason Mewes of the Peanuts universe. It's like Pigpen and T.J. Miller could be the Jason Muses of their universes.
Oh man!
Think about it. T.J. Miller keeps playing Jason Mewes type characters.
No, T.J. Miller, I kind of feel like he's almost kind of been typecast as a Jason Mewes.
Yeah, his name is Fred looks identical to Jason Mewes.
He really does. He really freaking does.
Again, just family-friendly Jason Muses.
Exactly.
Anyways, I should say more so. I'm not saying Pigpen is Jason Mewes. He has the line delivery. Like he has the cool, funny, like entitled lines like Jason Mewes would.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, it pretty much says makes you want to treat me a little more respect, doesn't it? And this is look at yourself in the mirror. It hands him a little mirror, and he looks at it. He just gives us good cutesy smiles. On the contrary, I think I look quite good. I know he says I didn't know I looked that good.
Yeah.
So sweet, so loving. Then he goes, okay, script girl, and hand out the rest of the parts. Sally, who's Sally gonna be? She's gonna be your wife. Pretty much the little hearts going around her as she's screaming like a little schoolgirl to Linus. It's adorable. It's just, oh, good grief. Yeah,
hides under his blanket.
Yeah, hides under his blanket. Isn't he the cutest thing? She's holding like a wedding dress or something. She's following him all the way out. It's adorable. Anyway, so then right after that, Lucy calls a lunch break. Lunch break? Literally. Snoopy comes by with the
Jim, it's lunchtime!
Jim, it's lunch! That's so funny.
Oh, gosh.
Anyway, so, pretty much he's fooling around with the dog dish. Okay, enough goofing off.
Mm-hmm. Then
Lucy interrupts with like, but what about the Christmas Queen? Then she pretty much this I can assume relates to is like a foreshadow of the relationship Charles Schultz will have with his first ex-wife.
Oh god, yeah. Aren't I beautiful, Charlie Brown?
And he doesn't say a word at all. I want to make that clear. He doesn't say a word at all. He doesn't really give a look, really. He just looks off to the side.
No, he doesn't. Yeah, and he doesn't even, not even that much time passes.
You hesitated, didn't you?
Maybe a second or two.
You don't think I'm beautiful, do you? I know when I've been insulted.
Oh, God.
First of all, just looking at how cruel Lucy is right here. First of all, she set him up to direct the play. She has to know he is going to have no say in doing, which he literally in a moment it's going to pay off big time. Why that is? She picked Charlie Brown for a devious reason. She knows, she keeps distracting him with all this stuff, like, lunch break. And lunch break. And right here, she's just saying she should know. She's handing out all the parts. She knew about this project going into it. A project only one day to do, by the way, it would appear. And she's saying, we've even got a Christmas queen. No, you don't. You know that. Ridiculous. And she just wants to be hit on. She's like, just given kind of the hair coloring and style, she's kind of like, not Betty, but Veronica from Archie, a little. Always entitled, wants to be the center of attention.
Sure, yeah.
Okay,
actually, Sally and Lucy is kind of like a nice contrast, Betty and Veronica type.
Well, obviously not towards Charlie Brown, because that was sick and twisted.
Well, no, obviously, no, that's not what I'm just, of course not, of course. I'm just saying in terms of personality. Yeah. Just replace Charlie Brown with Lucy, or I'm sorry, just replace Lucy, getting hot and steamy in here. Just replace Charlie Brown with Linus in Sally's case, yeah.
Still, it's the same issue.
Fuck you.
Well, I guess, if you want to be technical, I guess Frida and Violet would be Betty and Veronica. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, anyway.
I am sorry for bringing up that analogy.
Anyway, so then, again, just another example of Lucy just messing with Charlie Brown here. Pretty much then Schroeder, he said, okay, let's get things moving, then Schroeder's back to doing the music again, and then Lucy's literally snapping her fingers. Doesn't that sound good? And Charlie Brown literally says, no luck getting the play started. I mean, he throws the thing out, kind of like honk of the megaphone going down. That's it. Again, it's so cruel of Lucy here. She's really cruel to him, and the reason why, after Charlie gets fed up with it. First of all, this is a really rare moment in the entirety of the whole Peanuts universe. She calls him Charlie.
Actually, yeah, I know, yeah, yeah.
No character. To my knowledge, mind you, and it's been a long while. Again, a lot of Peanuts I do have is on VHS tapes. It's been a while since I've watched everything. It never call him just Charlie. It's always Charlie Brown, or when Peppermint Patty comes around, Chuck or Charles.
Yeah, right, sure.
Ever.
Yeah,
always Charlie Brown. So sad. He's an identifiable name. It's like a burden or a blight upon the town. Like, oh, it's the Charlie Brown. Yeah. Anyway, so first of all, it's so sad. She's just loving him. Okay, listen, Charlie. Let's just face facts here. The holidays, it's all commercial. It's all commercial now. No one really cares what we do here. No one really cares about the play. It's all about being commercial.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much saying, we've given. It's so sad. And so it relates to the whole theme of the special. We've given up. We can just goof around all we want. Whatever we do, as long as it relates to Christmas. Even just dancing the music around the holidays, no one really going to care. It's commercialism. Which is so sad. Charman's given his effort here to do something kind of Christmas, to honor Christmas, and to get into the holiday spirit. No one's helping him. Lucy has set him up for failure with this whole thing. Put him in a place she doesn't care about. No one cares about. She knows going into it, no one cares about. She brought him in there because she knows he has no possible way of distracting them. It's a cruel master plan.
It really is, yeah.
Yeah.
And
she does all this to quote unquote help him, but no, really, she just wants to break him.
She's like the Oswald Cobblepot of the Peanuts.
Or she's kind of like the Bane of Charlie Brown's Bane in terms of breaking him.
I will break you, Charlie Brown.
Go on and kick the football. Oh, and takes him to the football stadium too.
Oh, you kick the football, Charlie Brown.
And when he falls on his back and kills himself, really he's just breaking his back right there. That's how he's going to be lowered into a pit and stuff.
Oh God.
Anyway, we're putting too much thought into this. Anyway, so after Lucy Bane. No, okay. So Charlie Brown wants to break
that fan art now. I just want fan art of Lucy with the face mask.
Dishy, Woodstock, dishy, Woodstock. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, so I just imagine a Batman poster with "Good grief" written on after his has his back broken.
Oh my God, that's great.
Good grief.
I might actually have to make that now.
Okay, anyway, sorry, getting off track. Anyway, so I love how after kind of commercial was Lily brought up to the things being Charlie Brown's the big roadblock in this whole special form. After that's brought up directly to him, as that's the reason you're not getting this done, Charlie Brown. He says, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to convince everyone. We're going to get everyone to the holiday spirit because the only way we're going to do that is to get some actual Christmas in here. Let's get a Christmas tree. That's a good idea, Charlie Brown, she says sarcastically. Not actually sarcastically, but in terms of her
more condescendingly.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Again, she says it's a good idea, but really, deep down, she isn't. Nothing matters.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get a big tree. Get a big aluminum tree, and we saw in the Justice League special how cool aluminum trees can be.
Right.
And seriously, they can be cool. So.
My dad did make a really interesting observation about this, though, when I was watching it with him, and he said,
I wonder if he and I have the same observation. Go ahead.
The fact that the trees are fake kind of represents the
commercialism.
Yeah, the commercialism. Right.
Oh, definitely. Now, my observations in this scene directly, it's so after everyone turns, oh yeah, let's get a tree, yeah, a big old aluminum tree, and then just one of them, I want to say it's Violet. It might be there's this other character I know she has a name, but I can never think of, like the one who's in the plaid.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one who's like in the plaid with kind of the regular hair.
Right.
She says, yeah, and don't. Either she or Violet says this. I don't know. I can't remember who says it. Yeah, and do something right for a change, Charlie Brown. You know what I want to say to her when I'm rewatching this? I just want to say, hey, screw you. Unless you want to do it yourself, screw you. That's what I want Charlie Brown to say to this person. Just saying, hey, I'm going to get a tree that I pick. Okay, because a bunch of you are lazy and goofing off. Unless you want to do it, take what you get.
Right.
And for all we know, Charlie Brown's buying this tree, too. So you don't like it?
Exactly,
Screw you.
Exactly. Right.
Screw you lazy sob.
Oh, God.
Come on. So Linus and Charlie Brown are on the case. They walk to the lot, really well animated. We saw earlier, but with added really cool searchlights in the background. Hey, let's go check out those searchlights.
Actually, I think it's kind of a little bit unnatural to see searchlights and big city type stuff like that in a Charlie Brown special.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just a little observation.
No. Yeah, you're right.
Anyways, so yeah, they go to the aluminum tree farm.
Is that the image you're talking about? Kind of looks like an image from a bit of a childlike image.
Actually, no.
Well, that's the one I was thinking of. I love how it looks like this kind of page from a kid's book. Really, it's Linus and Charlie Brown. They're there with all these aluminum. As a kid, I saw them as like metal trees because they knock on it. It sounds like iron or something.
Mm-hmm.
And just like to me, first of all, as a kid, I'm wondering what the heck is all these multicolored trees? It looks cool, but still, it looks cool. But it's all kind of taking the heart out of Christmas. And all that Linus kind of so many metal trees here. Basically, this gets us really close to the holidays. Linus says, he's on Charlie Brown's side here, saying, commercialism really has overtaken Christmas here. In fact, there's not a real tree in this tree lot. It's so sad, and we're not that far from it, by the way. Just usually ours are in boxes nowadays. That's the only difference.
Mm-hmm.
Then we see this whole lot of metal trees. Really good camera work here, of like just kind of panning over.
Oh yeah.
Then we happen upon this one tree, and we go back to it, and we see this little puny but cute little real tree.
Okay, I have a kind of an interesting story relating to this tree. You want to hear it?
Sure.
Oh God. This cracked me up when my dad told me. So my dad was actually in a play of a Charlie Brown Christmas in 6th grade. And he played Charlie Brown. His best friend played Linus. Very appropriate. But his dad, my grandpa, my grandpa's a real handyman. Like I should do like a video of the backyard he's got out there because he's got like a lot of cool like handmade stuff that he decorates his yard with and everything. And so my grandpa was tasked with designing a tree for the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. And like his story is basically like the opposite of Charlie Brown because he put so much effort into it that the school couldn't use it because they thought it looked too good.
What?
I'm not even kidding. They thought for story purposes it looked too good because he put too much effort into making it.
Well, I mean, did it look like it was like just a branch with a few leaves on it, right?
I'm not even. No, I actually think he. I think he probably made like. I think that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to say is he made like a nice looking little tree.
Oh, so he did the later version of it.
Oh,
Oh,
right, right. And he put all this effort into it and everything, and they didn't use it.
Well, you explained to him which version you were going with, right? Or what?
I don't know. I wasn't there. It was back when my dad was a kid. I don't know. I wasn't there to explain it to him.
I know they sell this tree nowadays, and I really wish I had one, but they do sell it nowadays.
Oh, that'd be great to have in the background. Yeah.
Yes. Make a note of that.
Funny. Well, I mean, it's not like we're gonna like cover this again. That's kind of the thing about podcasts.
Well, don't never say never, Tiki.
Maybe it's like a retrospective of all the Charlie Browns. But anyways.
Anyway, it's Christmassy enough. Anyway, so where was it? Oh yeah, so Charlie Brown, he picks up the trees. Says, "Oh, I like something about this tree. It's calling out to me. It needs me." And Lion says, "Well, no, Lucy. I know Lucy's not going to like this, Charlie Brown." No, Linus, I made a decision. We're gonna get this. It's something about speaking out to me here. Picks it up like little, almost not xylophone effect, but kind of like a little toy piano effect, which is gonna relate to our next scene. Like the pine needles falling, just visually symbolizing this tree is Charlie Brown's soul reincarnated almost.
Right.
Like this tree is Charlie Brown's kindred spirit of like no one likes this tree. It's compared to the other ones. It's metal is the only real tree. It's all puny and no one wants it.
It's symbolic.
Brown, yes, it's his soul. He's holding his soul with two pieces of wood nailed to the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so he grabs the trees off on the way. Apparently, you can steal these trees because we don't see him pay for it, but we're going to assume he paid for it. They've wandered into the lot. Anyway.
Well, I mean, it'd kind of be hard to show him paying for it, considering we don't see adults, so...
Of course, yeah, fine. Well, we do see payment in the Valentine's Day special, but it's not important. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, let's see. So, where are we now? So, it needs me. So, we're with Schroeder and Lucy.
Okay, so Schroeder and Lucy, this is great. I love Schroeder's pissed off reactions in this.
Well, we got so many great little it basically breaks into 3 moments in this scene.
Mm-hmm. So first of all, Schroeder, he's playing Beethoven.
Now this is a classic scene from the strip, so I want to point that out.
Is it? Okay.
It's like Lucy and Schroeder at the piano talking about stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely, sure. So Schroeder's just like da 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 da.
Yeah, playing the Beethoven theme.
Mm-hmm. And then Lucy's just like, "What's so great about Beethoven?" I love how offended Schroeder gets.
What do you mean? What's so great about Beethoven? Well, I mean, Beethoven didn't do anything that great. I mean, did he ever get on a bubblegum card? No. Well, all the great people I know get their faces on bubblegum cards. Just the ticked off reaction from Schroeder. Anyway, so he's playing, and I think is our next bit Snoopy dancing, right?
Snoopy, yeah.
Meanwhile, we got a funny gag with Snoopy. The bridge he's playing music, and Snoopy's just dancing on the piano. He gets embarrassed once they realize he's dancing.
I love when Snoopy gets embarrassed.
It seems to be a runner with him and Schroeder. He keeps getting embarrassed once they realize what he's doing.
Oh God, is Snoopy and Schroeder kind of like the Quagmire and Brian?
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
Just saying.
No.
All right.
Anyway, Snoopy gets embarrassed in the elevator thing because, like a dog, he slumps off. He just turns into like a snake in the grass and he's slumping off. He red on his face, embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
Then the funniest part happens. So Lucy's asking him to play Jingle Bells, and he's playing. This is funny. It's like Linus is Schroeder has a magic piano apparently because he can play in different versions of a piano. Like when he's playing the orchestration, like it turns into an organ for a moment when he's playing that version of Jingle Bells. Dun, 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 dun.
Right. It's like a baby. It's like a baseball Stadium organ.
Yeah, exactly. Then like the last one, he eventually ends. He does it 3 times. One's just a regular piano, then the
The last
organ.
one's basically chopsticks.
Yeah, on a toy, like a toy. They use the sound design of like a little toy piano.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much again, you can magically transform this piano to different versions of one, and then Lucy's like, no, not that one, like little toys for boys and girls, all cutesy, and he just hates it because he feels like he just feels this is so. I should be playing concert halls. This is so demeaning. Ding, 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 ding. That's it. Hey, a similar moment to earlier on.
It is, yeah.
Maybe she and Charlie Brown are fated to be together after all, at least for a moment. Anyway, so then, poor Schroeder. Let's see. Okay, so after.
Oh, you haven't seen Dog Sees God. Oh, you can't say poor Schroeder until you've seen Dog Sees God.
He's not the bad guy in that, is he?
No, he's the most sympathetic character in it. Pigpen is actually the bad guy, believe it or not.
Oh my God! No, not Pigpen! No, no!
He actually turns into like a jock douchebag.
No, no, not
right.
Pig. No.
Anyways.
No. Sorry. You know, I had a thought, but now you dropping that bomb on me distracted me from it. Oh, actually, no. I was gonna say, yeah. You say he's sympathetic, like Remo, like.
What, are you trying to make a joke about my Christmas special?
I'm saying he's sympathetic as the great job he did making Remo sympathetic in the holiday special.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what you're trying to say with that. If you're trying to insult me, or
no. I'm saying like I'm referencing it.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough.
I'm saying, yeah, it's like as sympathetic as Remo was. Because boy, that was sympathetic and sad.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Anyway, so after Jingle Bells, Charlie Brown and Linus walk in, and of course, they walk in with the little tree, put it on the piano, in the epicenter of the room, if you will, and then like all the bristles fall, and the needles.
Mm-hmm.
So then, oh boy, all the kids, they mock the tree. They're saying, oh. What is that, a pathetic tree? We told you had a good tree. What's wrong with you, Charlie Brown? We knew you'd screw it up. They're all really mean to him. I love how Charlie Brown's just kind of fed up, gives kind of like rats.
And I love how Snoopy just starts cracking up.
And then the rest of them crack up. Again, Snoopy kind of a little more antagonistic with Charlie Brown.
Oh yeah, he just can't stop.
Then they all cruelly, after insulting him, they all cruelly laugh at him. And it's so sad. They're laughing so hard they walk off stage, just leaving Charlie Brown alone there, the wallow in self-pity. And also, again, if I were Charlie Brown, I'd be snapping at these people, saying, "Hey,
I'd be doing more snapping, man. I would be freaking the fuck out.
Hey, you want to complain about it? Get your own tree, okay?
Oh God,
screw you."
Let's just say, I had a cast of about 10 people working with me in the play I directed. About 5 of them I'm still friends with on Facebook, but the other 5 are probably terrified of me. Let's just say that.
I'm sorry, Violet. Have you done anything to contribute to this play at all? At all? You want to join the Dancing Twins and never come back again? Do you want that? Because I'll make that happen.
Oh my. Okay.
Go in the corner. Anyway.
Okay, so
Charlie Brown's feeling down in the dumps and he's saying, "Doesn't anyone know what Christmas is all about?"
And then I just have in my notes in really big letters. I'm sorry if this is offensive, but just in really big letters in my notes, I just have Linus Jesus speech.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Anything you got to say about it?
Well, I have kind of a viewpoint, but I guess I'll get to it when we get to the ending bit with it.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, Linus is just kind of extorting kind of the classic story, like the whole, Jesus born in the manger, all that stuff, yada yada yada.
Hmm.
Yeah, basically, Christmas is all about these people gather for this huge event that literally gave us kind of the namesake,
Right, right.
pretty much. He
And
said that's what Christmas is all about, and it's really the way it's shot, dude. This is a gutsy move for the on air, by the way. It's the first time that something like that's done, really directly quoting religion on a cartoon.
oh yeah, oh definitely,
It
yeah.
was a big thing they were worried about, the networks and everything, and
Hmm.
Joe Schultz, he wanted it in there, so yeah, it paid off.
Sure,
Like
sure.
he had done that in the strips beforehand too. I want to point that out. He had done stuff like that before, but still bringing it to animation was still a big deal.
Mm.
Anyway, so pretty much after the way it's shot, like spotlight literally on Linus as he's saying this all dramatically. Again, Linus being at least usually again, Great Pumpkin's kind of the anomaly of this. He's on Charlie Brown's side, and he's kind of the moral guy. You kind of listen off the reason he's the more the well-read Peanut character.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, so he extols this wisdom. He's like a wise Solomon, a shepherd, if you will.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
He says that's what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown. So after Linus's encouraging words, Charlie Brown has something to stew on. Has a meat to chew on there. So he's on his way out. He grabs the little tree. He's on his way out, kind of ignoring all those cynical, selfish, lazy people around him.
Hmm.
On his way out the door, and they follow suit a few feet behind him. Well, a few yards, perhaps.
Right. I just want to point out when he goes outside and the stars in the sky, that's what reminds me of something a kid would make.
Oh,
Because it brought me back to when I was in like grade school and when you used to like take black construction paper and take white markers and like just do little stars in the sky. I don't know. It just something about it for me just screamed childhood. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just a personal thing, but yeah, that's what stuck out to me.
hmm.
Okay, but yeah, as you said, Charlie Brown, he goes out, he's kind of reflecting on everything. Linus's words are kind of playing back to him in his head.
Anyway, so Charlie Brown now well, now the best part of the special happens.
Hmm.
So he says, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna decorate this tree. He's on his way home, and he happens by Snoopy's doghouse. First prize. I'm not gonna.
Surprise!
I'm not going to let this commercial dog ruin my girls. Again, Charbon's hopeful now, thanks to Linus's words. So he's saying, what I'm going to do? I'm going to decorate this tree. I'm going to take one of these decorations from this thing. I'm going to get started on this thing. He takes a nice shiny red bulb from Snoopy's doghouse, his fully decorated prize-winning doghouse, and puts it on the top of the tree unwisely. Puts it on the tree, and what happens? There's a wonderfully bit of orchestrated music. The piano is just playing and playing, then silently goes. It just slumps down. The tree slumps down. And the best line of the whole special happens. My favorite.
I killed it. Everything I touch gets ruined.
I've killed it. I love the line. I've killed it. The way it's delivered and everything, it's so perfect. And then he just said, I've killed this. Everything I touch gets ruined. Oh, poor Charlie Brown. Then he goes off in pity, like, oh, I killed my best friend. Oh. Pretty much.
Mhm.
Yeah, killed it. Best line special. And this is the best visual image too of like that poor little tree, like all
Right,
bent
right,
down.
with the one lone ornament
Oh yeah.
slumping down.
So anyways, and now the kids have it on after the fact, and then they're kind of lamenting on it. It's like, again, I guess symbolically this represents like maybe I'm gonna make a kind of a bold statement here, a bold assumption, a bold theory, if you will. If the tree represents the soul of Charlie Brown, perhaps, just perhaps, not glued to this necessarily, could be an allegory for suicide.
Oh my. Ooh, wow.
I'm stretching, mind you. It's dawning on me
Okay, yeah,
now.
no, I totally see where you're coming from.
If
Yeah,
the
yeah.
tree represents Charlie Brown,
And he killed it. Oh,
Charlie
that's deep.
Brown. Yeah, now, if
Oh,
Charlie
wow.
Brown's trying to adapt to the commercialism of Christmas for a
Hmm.
moment,
Hmm.
if he is, and he puts that bulb on there, and it literally kills the tree. That commercialism killed that tree, and him trying to adapt, trying to be like everyone else, it killed the character. It killed the core nature of the character, and
Yeah,
and
wow. Dark
and killed it.
implications there. Yeah.
Or the implications of just Charlie Brown trying to meet these guys eventually the strand proved too much, and
Sure, sure.
no more. So yeah, so potentially some dark implications. The point is, like, he tries to decorate the thing, tries to achieve some sort of victory, dead.
Oh God. Oh God.
Again, perhaps I'm looking into it for that one. I'm just saying, if it's his soul, he killed his soul just there, but trying to do something seasonal that backfired on him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anyway, so the kid's having around. It's like almost like the aftermath. Oh my God, we're the reason Charlie Brown's dead. Oh my God.
Right.
If we're going with that, the point is they do see the fallen trees. Like, oh, then we feel bad. The tree's been wrecked. So it wasn't really a bad tree at all. And they fix it up. Says, it's actually a nice tree after all. They all decorate and it needs a little love. Lonnie says that sweet line. Oh, it needs a little love. Puts the blanket around it as the little tree skirt, which kind of anchors the bulb up, and they all magically take the ornaments from Stewie's doghouse and make a really cool looking little tree green.
It's not the ornaments I have an issue with.
It's the green.
Yeah.
Hey, as a kid, I'm with you. As a kid, always bothered me. Like, where's it getting the green from? But I don't know. Maybe it's on the other side of the doghouse. I don't know. Maybe it's like a reef on the back or something. Anyway, so that's all assembled. It's all looking nice, and they're like, ooh, they're all like singing ooh around the thing, and it's like all happy-go-lucky. And then Charlie Brown's like, what's going on over there? Hey, and
at first he's kind of pissed off. He thinks people are like just coming back to mock him.
Yeah. What's going on here? And I just love the POV shot of like him looking up and down the tree. And then, oh my God, this still to this day is such an earth-shatteringly loud moment of Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown. Ooh, na, 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 na. Yeah.
Such a feel-good ending.
So let me comment on the ending here. I think this is a reflection of the whole big thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we mentioned how the religion's a gutsy aspect to this.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, certainly. So what I love about this special, most of all, the reason I think it's kind of stuck around, one of the brilliant moves of the special. And again, I might be reading into this, but I truly believe this.
Mm-hmm.
I like how, again, on the surface it would appear, some people would say on the surface that it's it's a little too religious. Yeah, because
I see that, sure.
Yeah, Linus towards the end literally says a thing about Jesus' birth and everything, and kind of it peps Charlie Brown up and kind of inspires on their singing, vaguely religious songs towards the end too. So, I mean, there's that. Now, what I love about this is it kind of has two meanings in there. So you have that for the people who do like that, who really get into that thing and identify that really with Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I love, just on more so like visually on the surface, that the thing really connects to me personally, is that it's is that really simply they realized in a moment they recognized we've been treating Charlie Brown like crap and we got to make up for it.
Right, yeah.
And they do something basically to me. Christmas is I don't want to start any arguments or anything. Just for me, Christmas is taking it like a day, just to kind of let bygones be bygones, being nice to each other, just pleasantness, and that's the holiday spirit. Just, you're being pleasant to one another for a day, or at least letting it all go, taking a day to relax, bask in the wonders of the holiday brings.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily think it's like about religion. Of course, you want to be technical, you it's namesake from that and so on and so forth. But I like how Schultz had enough foresight, perhaps, to realize that I wanted to put this message in there, which I do directly put in there. But I also wanted to fall back on, just in case anyone is not on board with this, that just visually they did something nice for Charlie Brown. And they made up for it.
No, definitely, yeah.
I'm not going too far out of line with that, am I?
No, absolutely not.
That was just connected with that. That's what makes this a really good special. It's not just preaching one thing. It's actually it's open to interpretation on stuff.
No, I totally agree. I really don't think it's all that preachy. I mean, I do think that if anything, I think Landis' speech, it's a little bit heavy-handed, but I totally agree with you. I like the way it's explored. I like the way it comes back.
Yeah, even at the core of what Linus is saying about the story, the moral of the story is that all these people did something nice for this baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's something nice for the baby, which kind of inspires they did something nice for Charlie Brown.
Right. Yeah.
They comfort. They all brought something and comforted this little thing. So it all kind of connects.
All kind of ties back into each other. It's not just Schultz being like, "You need to hammer in religion."
Exactly. I mean, on the surface, it seems like he's preaching religion, but no, there's other layers to it, which I think is good. That's all.
Cool. Yeah. All right, so I think it kind of goes without saying. We kind of addressed it at the top of the show. This is like not just a classic holiday special. This is like capital T, the holiday special.
Yeah, this is literally capital T, like all the fancy letters and then holly around the T and then just
Oh God, oh God.
yeah, this is the. This is like SpongeBob's like whole drawn out D, and that when he's procrastinating.
Oh God. That's amazing.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, anything else to end out on?
I guess just closing thoughts. What do you got?
Mm-hmm. You know, it's kind of like I said, kind of going back to the points I was trying to make at the beginning. Like, I do feel like this is more rough around the edges than any other Charlie Brown special, but I definitely think specifically because of that reason, it kind of feels like the Charlie Brown of the Charlie Brown specials. It's not entirely like, I don't know. You know, it can be underrated at the surface, but you know, it's got a ton of heart to it. Not underrated, just in terms of like it looks a little rough here and there.
If you want to truly analyze, let's just for a moment let's truly analyze kind of the format of this thing. So, it's not necessarily broken like the vignette. It's kind of broken into vignettes, right?
I mean, yeah, I would say so, but I also think it has more of a through plot than.
Yes. But I'm saying, think about it. Just what we have here is, Charlie is trying to direct the play, which again, funny concept is that the play, not a scene of this thing gets rehearsed at all.
Right. We have no idea.
I think MacGuffin applies to this, wouldn't you say? Like the play.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Never comes to fruition.
Sure.
And really, it's just we get a bunch of like mini scenes in this direction. Like, okay, well, the casting parts, which does relate to the overall thing, yes. But I mean, stuff like Schroeder and Lucy just kind of playing the music. Like stuff like that, and just kind of like our snowball fights, and then so on and so forth. I mean, it does tie into the grand scheme. I'm saying it's more so. It's tying into a play that doesn't go anywhere. This was kind of a gutsy move. That it's Charlie Brown. That's really kind of where I keep going back to with this whole thing. It was a gutsy idea because the network's worried it was going to be too slow. It's taking its time with a lot of these beats, but no, these beats do thematically all tie in at the end of the day to like Charlie Brown's overall arc and really the commercialism of Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess with the commercialism, what have we learned in relation to commercialism with this special?
Well, I mean, like I said, it's so fascinating going back to it where, think of how bad commercialism's gotten. It is just, it's awful. It's really awful. I mean, it says so much that it's like, Black Friday is like this American tradition now, even though it's literally about trampling over other people to get deals. And so it's like the fact that Charles Schulz was already concerned about commercialism, it says a lot. It kind of reminds me of no, I'm not even going to go in. That's an analogy. That's too complicated an analogy. I'm sorry.
But yeah, just with the commercialism in the special, it's like everywhere Charlie Brown turns, it's commercial, like contest lights and display contests, kids literally asking for money in real estate.
Literally
asking for money in real estate, not giving a crap about actually communicating a holiday message. It's just literally just doing stuff because it is acceptable for the holidays because no one cares. They're all wrapped up in whatever they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's taken the true spirit out of Christmas. And sure, man, that it's so funny that a character who has nothing invested in the holiday, because at first he just has this empty feeling about Christmas. He can't really just place this depressed character.
Right. Just
from the start, this depressed character has nothing really invested in Christmas, and throughout the special, he's developing these feelings for Christmas even before he eventually gets into the spirit himself. It's like the commercial is showing him, oh man, I gotta get invested in this because no one else cares. There's something to be said for that. It's impressive. And then by the end, he actually does see what the spirit is actually about. So just kind of doing nice things and having these really cruel people kind of get past it for a day, for a moment at least.
Yeah, for sure.
Perhaps, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good message. Just the commercialism can get in the way of a lot of stuff. It has some benefits in terms of like the commercialism is what kind of saved the tree in the end, made it look all nice and flashy, but it has to have the spirit at the core of it if you're going to have that commercialism.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
It
Well
has to
put.
be
Well put.
the foundation has to be based on the spirit and that it's coming from a good place. Otherwise,
It's kind of
it's going
like
to be a mess.
to make kind of a modern day analogy. It's kind of like the person who spends a ton of time on Christmas lights in their house to get into the spirit versus the person that's doing the same thing just for attention.
Yeah, yeah. It's like Deck the Halls versus Christmas Vacation.
Oh God. Yeah, exactly. Perfect
He's doing
analogy.
lights to
There
get
you
attention. He's doing lights to make the family feel special.
right, right.
But I guess just yeah, think about this. It's like we have with the play. It's like the commercial. I'm trying to think where I was going with this. I just give me a second. I got it. Yeah, it's like just them not caring is just kind of it's kind of a chaotic, not really chaotic, but kind of a chaotic, just not really organized thing going on.
No, no, the play that I directed was chaotic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, just like in turn.
This is distracting.
Yeah, exactly. It's
You
distracting.
don't
The
know
point is,
chaos until you've
yeah,
worked in theater. Trust
yeah.
me.
Well, it's distracting and all over the place when when people are just doing things because they don't care because they're just distracted by the commercialism. Charlie Brown cares about something and you decorate the end result is that really nice looking tree.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, overall, this is a special. It's memorable. It's unforgettable. It gave us all the Peanut stuff to follow, and boy, it justified that whole universe we got. And
Oh yeah,
hopefully,
for sure.
hopefully for future Peanut endeavors, whether it be on the big screen or the small screen, hopefully they will look back to the early works like this, and just see that heart that's in the center of it, like that tree, and not kill it.
Well, I mean, being as though they literally put Schultz's name on the new Peanuts movie, I would
One
certainly hope so.
Yes, one can hope so. One can hope that
Oh.
that the heart that is that little Charlie Brown tree won't get crushed or ruined. Okay, so well, kids, for the final time, time to dash away, dash away, dash away all. As we wave goodbye, don't you cry. We'll be back again next year.
Next year. With even more seasonal shenanigans. But don't
Well,
forget, see you in 6 months for Christmas in July too.
la 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 la
That should be fun.
la
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 la la.
la. Merry
Tens and
Christmas.
20s.